College basketball's national championships tonight. And then after that, it's about to get wild as the college basketball transfer portal will open. It'll open for 2 weeks from April 7th to April 21st. Tennessee had their third and biggest intention to enter the portal to date, with J.P. Estrella announcing he is heading to the portal. We'll give you thoughts on that, why I think it happened, how I think it benefits him, how I think it hurts this team, and more. Make sure you hit the like, the share, that subscribe on here. We got news Saturday night. Cade Phillips was entering the portal. Came out earlier this morning that Clarence Masamba was entering the portal. And then early this afternoon, we got word J.P. Estrella is intending to enter the portal. Again, none of these are in yet, but, foregone conclusion at this point. How does this affect Tennessee? I mean, 2 of your 4 returning big guys are in the portal now. And, a lot of people thought Jalen Carey was maybe bound for the portal. I myself said I hope he's back. If we had to lose one, I was good with Cade Phillips. I was nothing. I'm not saying he's bad or nothing. Heck of an athlete. He can play defense. He can, block some shots. He can rebound. Can't score. He can't score. I mean, he can dunk if he's open. That's it. That's the only way he's scoring if it's a dunk, pretty much. Estrella, though, is a different animal. And I'm not comparing the two in that regard. I'm just saying that I out of the returning guys, J.P. Estrella was the guy I definitely did not want to lose. He has so much. But, how does this hurt Tennessee? Obviously, now you're left with 2 big guys. You're left with Dwayne Brown, Jalen Carey, if they do return. And you never know in this day and age. We won't know for 2 weeks for sure on that. But you add those, they don't have any bigs coming in through the high school ranks as of yet, unless they decide to go that route. Look at some dudes that may still be out there. But you've got that. Of course, you lose Felix Akpara to the draft or out of eligibility. The thoughts probably you're still losing Nate Ament. I can't see it with him. I think he would benefit from coming back, but I don't see him coming back, especially if he's a guaranteed first round or even lottery pick at that point. But, Estrella, I think it could benefit him because I think his game is more than what Rick Barnes used him as. He pretty much became a post-up guy. Earlier in the season, he was shooting threes and outside. He could be more of a stretch 4 guy. I really believe he could on that. But it's just not the way Rick Barnes uses his big guys. And the rumors going around is that Estrella's going to get $3 to $4 million at the portal. I can't see it, guys. I can't see it from Tennessee's standpoint. Maybe another school, sure. And that's not me by any means saying he's bad or not. He's not. I wished he was back. Big loss. Big loss for Tennessee, in my opinion, on it. I think the one thing you got to watch out for with that, you pay him that money. He has been injury prone. I mean, he missed, 2 years ago? He missed time this past season as well on it. Heck of a player when healthy. He can do a lot. I think if he goes and gets in the right system, he'll make himself some NBA money too in a year or two. But, that's where we're at with Tennessee basketball. And again, there's going to be names that's popped up. We've heard of Dowd, the big dude who averaged a double-double for Troy this past season. Obviously, he's going to be, any of these big guys are going to be, get in line with it pretty much. I've seen a couple names today mentioned with Tennessee, but, as of this point, what's coming back? You got Jalen Carey, you got Bishop Boswell, you got Ethan Berg. This is guys who have not announced anything else. You're either out of eligibility or you're intending to hit the portal. So I am including Nate Ament until he's in the draft on it. Amari Evans, Dwayne Brown, Troy Henderson, and then you got 3 freshmen, Marquise Clark, Manny Green, Ralph Scott coming in. And you've added the transfer Tyler Lundblade from Belmont there as well. You got to have 2 to 3 big guys at this point. You still need a point guard. Speaking of point guard, have seen it. Grant Ramey, Mike Wilson, BallQuest.com mentioned that they have heard Tennessee will be involved, or they feel like Tennessee's going to be involved with former Wake Forest point guard Juke Harris. And if you remember a couple years ago, it came down to Tennessee and Wake Forest for Juke Harris. So he's a guy that can score. He can do some good things. if you're Tennessee, you were already deep into that recruitment. And at times it looked like they may actually get him, but they didn't. But I think if you're Tennessee, you go in with those relationships and try to bring it. Now, are all the guys there recruiting him for? Obviously, Gainey has gone to NC State. You've had Rod Clark's gone to Indiana. So, who had the biggest relationships, I think, would be the thing to watch. But obviously, the thing is Rick Barnes is still there as well. I think that one makes sense if they can get him. Bryson Tiller from Kansas is hitting the portal. That's a guy Tennessee was involved with first time around. Do they get involved there? That'll be interesting to see because you need scoring. You need more scoring. There is no doubt about it. It's a 15 roster limit. As of now, you've got 11 coming. That includes Ament. That includes Tyler Lundblade as well. So that would give you 4 spots available right now to add. You got to have 2 big guys. There's no doubt about it. And you need 2 scorers as well. One being a point guard as well. I think, and it'd be interesting to see if anybody else hits the portal as well. I won't be surprised to see more hit it. I've seen the speculation is that do Boswell and Amari Evans both come back? I don't know. I think a case could be made you can play them both at the same time, but are they kind of interchangeable as well? And what kind of money are these returners going to demand as well? I mean, if you see they're not worth your evaluation, then you're on to somebody else there as well. It's going to be pretty fascinating to see what this team does with it. But again, I could have lived with Cade Phillips hitting the portal. Wish him luck, but I did see today that Alabama's a possibility. So, I really can't wish a guy luck. I'll hope the best for him. Let's put it that way. But can't wish a dude luck if he goes to Bama. I just can't on that one. Wish him the best. Don't get me wrong. Nothing bad. Cade Phillips gave his all for Tennessee, no doubt about it. Estrella, I think this purely comes down. I think a couple things. One, if he's potentially getting the money they're saying he is, that's big money. And if I'm Tennessee, I'm probably spreading it out a little bit more. As we saw, if they put the money they did into, say, Ament and Gillespie this past season, it left them a little short. And, that 2-guard spot, it was a glaring hole a lot of the year. Boswell, Evans did good things, but we need, they weren't Chaz Lanier in there either. So, you got to have shooters. You got to have shooters. Lundblade is a great start as far as that goes. We'll see where else they go. I would imagine you'll start hearing any time now about visitors getting lined up. You got to think Tennessee's playing that one out already, getting visitors lined up, getting guys in. But 2-week portal, I got a feeling it's going to be the Wild Wild West for 2 weeks. As there's a lot of pretty good players announced their intentions to enter right now, and so we'll see where it goes there as well. How does Tennessee replace Estrella? How do they replace Cade Phillips? I think Rick Barnes would have been relying on those 2 guys for sure. But I really feel like as long as they add scoring, if they add shooting, they're going to be all right. Add shooting. I think it's vital you keep Dwayne Brown and Jalen Carey at this point. I thought it was big anyway. I think it's even more important. Now, you can't have a Lady Vols type situation where one of your rooms gets wiped out here. I do think I'm finally going to tackle this Lady Vols topic because it's the most ludicrous and ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've got to dig in on this, lock in on it, and get some stuff out. And we're going to cover this Lady Vols transformation because this is insane. It's total insanity. And I got a lot of thoughts on it, but I've got a lot I've got to read on this too to see if I can, kind of see why this is happening, what the root of it is. But this is Frank. This is House of Orange. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you. Want to see you.